Hello, hello. This is Debbie Drum, and welcome to this workshop mini. If you're here live, then welcome. If you're watching the replay, probably on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment because that tells me that you love the content, or tell me whatever you think about the content, and I'll respond to you wherever you are commenting. All right, so today we're going to be talking about one of my new favorite places to post content and get traffic. And I say new because you're looking at my screen now. Hopefully you can tell that it is Instagram and it says Instagram in the corner. And yes, you can get on Instagram on a desktop. You just go to Instagram.com. You can't do a ton of like posting and things like that for some reason. It's more of like a mobile social device. But we can definitely do some things that what we can show so that I can show you how you can literally get instant on-demand targeted traffic for free with very simple ways of posting and a specific type of content that I'm going to tell you about today, and also how you can find content that it works better than others, and also how you can make content very, very quickly, okay? So before we get started, I was kind of reluctant to start a new social media platform because I know that there are so many gurus and those people, some people have like thousands and thousands of followers, which you can't even really trust these days because there are so many services that provide lame fake followers that I wouldn't even get involved with that. And don't believe everything that you see. You really want to, look at the posts, and you want to look at the comments and the likes to really see if somebody is legit or not on Instagram, right? So I'm a very small fish in this pond, but I am seeing that I'm getting targeted traffic, targeted likes, and targeted subscribers just with the minimal amount of posting I'm doing. I'm not going crazy on Instagram just because I'm just not right now, but I like to post, I like to engage, and this is like another place that I like to be for my business, okay? And I purposely left this unchecked here. So this is a post I did a couple days ago, and here, as you can see, I'm getting new followers all the time because of a specific strategy that I'm doing. So I'm getting likes, and then people are going to other posts that I'm doing, and I'm getting followers and some comments here and there, which is cool. What we're going to do on this call is I'm going to tell you why Instagram is really important and how it's different from other social media platforms. I'm going to show you a tool. I'm going to demonstrate a tool of how you can kind of spy on what's working easily so that you don't just like go on Instagram and try anything and just, throw darts and see which one works. That's not how you do it. You want to be very strategic, even if you're not going to be focused on this 100% of the time, and even if you post every now and again. All right, so that's what we're going to demo, but let's look at the big picture first. And the reason why I actually found Instagram is, many of you know, I hurt my shoulder and I was pretty much laid up. And one of the things that I'm really obsessed about now is the human body and how we can heal ourselves through exercise, fitness, and stretching and all these things. So I started to look up posts to help me in order to do that and just learn for when I get better. And that's how it opened my eyes to like, wow, you can create really amazing content that's not that hard and get a ton of engagement and really, really help people who are following you. So if we just look at this post right here that I did, I just wanted to help people like focus more on high level tasks in their business. So this is the post. It's called the carousel post, and I think I did like 6 posts and just tip after tip after tip. Now, why this is so cool and why I just told you that story is because not only is Instagram kind of like a feed type platform where people can scroll down their feed and like and comment just like Facebook, but it's also a search platform as well, like Google. So if I'm going in there and I'm saying, wow, I have shoulder pain, I might type in shoulder pain, right? And here we see all these, they're keywords, but they're really called hashtags, okay? So keywords and hashtags, they're the exact same thing, but it's a keyword. So if you were going on to Google, you would say, how do I get rid of shoulder pain? But on Instagram, you would just write shoulder pain, okay? And that's a keyword, okay? And all these people that post about shoulder pain here are getting traffic. So that is how you get traffic from Instagram, okay? It's through these hashtags that are searchable. So if you have the hashtag and if you have helpful content, then you will have immediate followers, and that's how you get instant traffic. It's not hard at all, and as you can see, I'm barely making an effort, and I'm getting followers every single day each time I make like a great post on Instagram, which is all I do. If you look at my Instagram account, I only just started recently. Everything else was like dogs, mostly dogs and food, and some pickleball here. Dogs, food, and pickleball. But now I'm, more transitioning to a more business account here, okay? So that is the overview of why Instagram is so freaking cool, because it's a search platform. It's not just, let me look at dogs and food. It's, no, let me get some helpful information, okay? In an overview of what you essentially want to do is use the best hashtags that other people are using for their popular posts. And this is how I got a lot of my keywords for my self-publishing content. If I were to just try to search for keywords that were associated with self-publishing, I would just put this hashtag in here, self-publish, right? See, this is only going to show you like the popular hashtags. The other tool shows the actual content, which is really important because you want to see what kind of content is working in conjunction with those hashtags, because you're not after, in your research phase, you're not just after any old hashtag, you're after the hashtag plus the content, which that software shows you, plus the likes and the comments. So remember, don't go to Instagram and say, oh, that post has a million likes, it must be awesome. Don't trust likes. You have to go a little bit further and look in engagement, because likes can be bought, and you pretty much can't really trust anybody on Instagram because people are buying likes all the time. So with this tool, it's okay because it gives us a list of hashtags that this software pulls, that's kind of like they think it's popular and the best ones associated with your initial search term. But after this, you're going to have to kind of do your own research to see which hashtags are best. So if I type in that, I can see self-publish, be happy, and then I could click on it. Then I can see these kind of relevant terms, and if we hover over this, we can see how many likes and how many comments, which is cool. It's more of a manual way of doing it. It still works though, because what you can essentially do is you can just open up a Google a Google Doc or a Google spreadsheet, and you could populate your own list, okay? So you have to kind of think of what people would be searching for, like revolving around your keyword or your topic idea, right? So we'll go here. And so these are the keyword ideas that I got from the tool. All these here are the reason why I'm getting traffic from people that aren't really necessarily associated with me. So when I would post about like my dogs and food, these were only my friends that were liking. But now when I post business stuff, most if not none of my friends are liking my stuff, just because it's not relating to them. Only my businessy friends like this, and then everyone else is just random people that are finding me through these hashtags here. Now, another kind of hashtag tip here is that you don't always want to go for the hashtag that's like the biggest. So if you want to go, if you want to go a little bit more nichey, you can do, that's a bad example. Well, this one, shoulder pain Dubai, is for some reason getting searches. But if you have like an isolated keyword, like shoulder pain relief, only has 2,555, but you would stand out with a hashtag that has less results, because you'd be you have a better opportunity of being found, as opposed to going into a pool with like over 100,000 results there. I mean, you can try for it for sure, and if you're getting a lot of action and you're getting a lot of interactivity, then that's great. And Instagram works the same way as Facebook. If they see that your post is doing well, they're going to show it to more people, and they're going to raise you up the rankings here. All right, so what you can do is you want to kind of hover, and that's why this is good. If you hover over the post, you can see how many likes and how many comments. So 22K, a little skeptical there. This one would be a good one because it's got 800 something likes and a lot of comments here. So what you can also do is you can literally just copy these keywords, and essentially this is what you're doing manually, which what this other software does for you automatically. So this is, again, little just more manual stuff, but it's cool because she posted something, this is what people are digging, this is what they're liking, and these are what hashtags are being put around her post. So what a lot of people do is they'll write a whole written post here, and then they will do these like stars just to kind of isolate the post from the hashtag so that it's not all jumbled together within the text here. So you get the idea though, whether you're using a tool, a fancy tool, or a free tool to get you kind of where you need to be, because you kind of have to think of this. It's very easy to start thinking of this as like a consumer and then a marketer, right? So you consume the information and you're like, wow, why am I being sucked into this, right? And then you're like, okay, then you look at the marketing side. Okay, this is what they're doing. And that's how you kind of reverse engineer. But I did that for you, so you can wait till Tuesday when my product comes out. So Gary says, how do you monetize Instagram? Okay, so monetization is a little bit tricky. It's not as direct as Facebook, but what you need to do every now and again, and people who use Instagram understand where the monetization lies, and that's in the bio link here. This is the only clickable link that you can give people. You can't give clickable links inside of your comments or inside of your caption, which is, your caption is this, what you're writing inside here. This is your content. Obviously, it's not clickable at all. And these are clickable, but they lead to, the hashtag searches. Like, so if I clicked on that, so you can get ideas here too of what people are posting. What you can do, hint, 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 is look at any niche that is doing well and you can relate it back to your own niche.